Emma was always nervous when she had to speak English. She had studied English for many years. She knew a lot of words. She understood grammar rules. She could read and write, but when it was time to speak, something went wrong. Her mouth could not say what her brain wanted. Her heart beat faster, her face got hard, and her mind went blank. Emma was 28 years old. She had a big dream. She wanted to study abroad and needed to pass an English-speaking test. She worked hard every day, but still, she was afraid of speaking. She thought, what if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts made her feel small. She felt like a child again. One morning, in her English class, something happened. Her teacher smiled and asked, "Emma, what did you eat for breakfast?" It was a simple question. Emma knew the answer in her language. But in English, her brain tried to translate. Bread, she said softly, then she stopped. Her classmates waited. Emma looked down. Her hands were shaking. Her teacher gave her a kind smile, but inside, Emma felt like she failed. After class, Emma went home and sat alone. She felt sad and tired. She asked herself, why is speaking so hard? I know the words. I understand English. But I can't say anything when I need to. That day changed her life. Later that week, Emma visited her cousin. There, she met Liam. Liam was friendly and full of energy. They started talking, and Emma was surprised. Liam spoke English very well. He sounded natural and confident. Emma asked, "Did you study abroad?" Liam laughed and said, "No, I've never left the country." Emma was even more surprised. "But how?" she asked. "How do you speak so well?" Liam smiled. He said something that Emma would never forget. "The secret is simple," he said. "I don't translate. I think in English." Emma was quiet. She had never heard that before, think in English. She repeated, "Yes," Liam said. "I don't wait for someone to speak to me. I talk to myself. I describe my life in English. I use easy words. I make mistakes, but I keep going." At first, Emma didn't believe it could help. But that night, she stood in front of the mirror. She looked at herself. She was tired, but she remembered Liam's words, so she took a deep breath and said slowly, "I am tired, but I want to change." It was not perfect. But she had said it in English, no translation. Just thoughts, directly from her heart. Something felt different. Emma realized something important that night. She did not need to be perfect. She did not need more grammar books. She needed a new way to learn. A new relationship with English. She needed to stop being afraid. She needed to try, little by little, every day. That night, Emma wrote in her notebook, "Today, I was afraid, but I tried, and that is enough." It was the beginning of something new, a new path, a new voice inside her. This was the moment everything changed. Emma started her new journey with hope. She remembered what Liam had told her, think in English. She wanted to try, so she made a plan. She called it English-only mornings. Every day, from the moment she woke up until 10 o'clock, she would try to think only in English. At first, it was difficult. When she opened her eyes in the morning, she wanted to say, "Tbun ngl," but she stopped herself and said, "I feel sleepy." Then she smiled. It was a small success. She walked to the bathroom and looked in the mirror. "Good morning," she said. "I am brushing my hair. My eyes look tired. But I will try my best today." These were simple sentences. But they were powerful. They helped her begin her day with confidence. Every morning, she wrote a few lines in her notebook. She did not worry about grammar. She just wrote what she felt. "Today is cloudy. I feel a little sad, but I will smile anyway. Yesterday I was nervous, but I spoke one sentence in English. That is a win." Her notebook became her friend. It did not judge her. It only listened. Emma also started a fun game. She called it 1 Minute English. Each day, she picked one thing in her room. It could be a book, a pen, a cup, or a plant. Then she talked about it for 1 full minute. "This is my pen. It is black. I use it to write my thoughts. I bought it last week. It is small and light. I like how it feels in my hand." Sometimes she made mistakes. Sometimes she forgot a word. But she did not stop. She kept speaking, and every day it became easier. She remembered another tip from Liam: if you forget a word, describe it. One day, she forgot the word refrigerator, so she said, "It is the big cold box. I keep food inside. It makes things cold." It was not perfect, but it worked. And she felt proud. Emma also tried something new. Every night before bed, she closed her eyes and thought about things she was thankful for. She called this her gratitude meditation, but she did it in English. I am thankful for my home. I am thankful for my health. I am thankful for today. This short practice helped her relax. It also helped her think in English in a calm, kind way. She wanted English to feel friendly, not like a test, not like a problem, but like a voice inside her, a voice that helped her grow. To make English part of her daily life, Emma started labeling things in her room. She used small pieces of paper. On each one, she wrote an English word. She stuck the papers on the objects: table, window, chair, notebook, lamp. Every time she saw these things, she read the words. She said them out loud. Soon, the words became natural. They were part of her world. Emma also played a quiet game at night. When she could not sleep, she looked around her room and asked herself, "What can I see?" Then she answered in English, "I see the lamp. I see the curtain. I see the books." She added more questions. "What do I hear?" "I hear the fan. I hear the rain." "What do I feel?" "I feel the blanket. I feel warm." This little game was simple, but it helped her a lot. She was not only learning English, she was living it. One day, she smiled and said to herself, "English is not just a language, it is a new way of thinking. It is a new part of me." Emma still made mistakes. She still forgot words sometimes, but now she was not afraid. She was patient, she was kind to herself. And every time she thought in English, even for just 1 minute, she became stronger. Step by step, one thought at a time, she was changing, and she knew something important. This was not the end of the journey, it was just the beginning. After many weeks of practice, Emma started to feel different. She did not notice it at first. But one day, something small happened that made her smile. She was walking with a friend in the park. Her friend asked her, "What do you think about this weather?" Without thinking, Emma replied, "It's beautiful. I love this cool breeze. It feels peaceful." Her words came out naturally. No fear, no translation, just simple, clear English. She stopped walking for a second. She was surprised. She thought, "I just spoke English, and I didn't even try to translate." It was a special moment, a quiet moment, but for Emma, it meant everything. She had worked hard for this, not just by reading or writing, but by changing the way she thought. She had trained her mind to think in English. And now, her mind was starting to respond. Later that week, her English teacher asked her to give a short presentation in class. Emma was nervous, her hands were cold, but she remembered all the small steps she had taken. She took a deep breath and spoke. Her voice was not perfect. She made small mistakes, but she spoke with heart. She spoke with confidence. She told a short story about her daily routine and her English-only mornings. When she finished, the class clapped. Her teacher smiled and said, "That was your best speaking yet." Emma felt warm inside. She did not feel afraid anymore. She felt proud. That night, she wrote in her journal. Her words were simple but full of meaning. "Today, I spoke in front of my class. I made mistakes, but I also made progress. I was not perfect, but I was brave." Emma knew something important now. Being fluent does not mean being perfect. It means being ready to try. It means not being afraid to speak. It means using the words, even if they are simple. Emma wanted to help others who felt like she once did. She invited a few friends to practice English with her online. They created a small group and met every weekend. They called it English Only Zoom time. For 15 minutes, they talked only in English. They spoke about their day, their feelings, or their plans. Sometimes they laughed. Sometimes they helped each other find the right words. It was not a class. It was a safe space, a place to grow. Emma also started a new activity that she loved. She called it memory walk. Every evening, she went for a walk in her neighborhood. While walking, she looked around and described everything in English in her mind. I see a man walking his dog. The dog is small and white. I see trees. The leaves are green. I feel the wind. It is soft and cool. This walk became her favorite time of day. It helped her feel calm. It helped her think in English without pressure. One day, someone asked Emma, "How did you become so fluent?" She smiled. Then she said, "I didn't wait to feel ready. I started speaking even when I was nervous. I made mistakes. I still do. But I speak from the heart. I think in English now. And that changes everything." She paused and added, "Fluency does not live in books. It lives in your mind and in your daily life." Emma knew that her journey was not over. She would keep learning. She would keep growing. But now, she was no longer afraid. She was no longer stuck. English had become a part of her. She finished her journal that night with a message. A message for anyone learning English. A message for someone like you. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Don't wait to feel ready. Start small. Think in English. Speak what you can. Even one sentence is a win. Every small step is a step forward. You can do this, one thought at a time. Emma's story is not just about English. It is about courage. It is about patience. And most of all, it is about believing in yourself. Emma's journey started with fear, but ended with freedom. At first, she was afraid to speak English. She knew the words, she understood the grammar. But when it was time to speak, her heart would beat fast, her mind would freeze, and no words would come out. She felt embarrassed, she felt stuck. Then, one day, something changed. She met Liam, a friend who spoke English fluently, even though he had never studied abroad. He told her his secret: "I don't translate. I think in English." This simple idea opened a new door for Emma. It gave her hope. It gave her a new path. Emma started small. She created English-only mornings. She described simple things in English. She talked to herself. She wrote in her journal. She made mistakes, but she kept going. Every day, her brain became a little more comfortable with English. She invented fun ways to learn. She played the 1-minute English game. She labeled objects in her room. She practiced gratitude in English every night. These small actions helped her grow. Slowly, her fear became confidence. Later, Emma gave a short presentation in class. She still made mistakes, but she spoke with courage. Her teacher and classmates clapped. She smiled and felt proud. Emma had not become perfect, but she had become brave. She was finally free to express herself. Emma then began helping others. She started an online group to practice English. She created her own activity called Memory Walk, where she described the world in English while walking. English had become part of her life, not just a subject in school. The lesson from Emma's story is simple but powerful. Fluency does not begin with perfect grammar. It begins with courage. It begins in the mind. If you want to speak English well, start small. Think in English, talk to yourself, use the words you know. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Your English journey is your own. Like Emma, you can take small steps every day. And those small steps will take you far. Congratulations. You have just listened to the full story in English. That means you have practiced your listening and understanding skills. You have done something great today. Be proud of yourself. Now, let's do a quick question to help you remember the story. What was the name of the activity Emma did while walking in her neighborhood? A. Talking time, B. Memory walk. Comment your answer below, or B. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to support us. Your support helps us stay motivated and continue creating meaningful content for English learners like you. If you enjoy our work and would like to help us keep going, please consider donating. In the beginning, it is very hard to create high-quality content, and we are doing this for free to help you learn English. Thank you for being here. You are not alone in your journey. Let's keep learning, growing, and believing together.